now, any peace talks that have been done between Russia and the United States, they are obsolete and off the table. And now we're hearing that the United States is preparing for nuclear readiness. They're going to be doing their own drills. Now, I'm going to share with you the latest. They're saying that these are planned drills, but let me know your thoughts right now, as it does seem that things have really changed roughly in the last 24 hours. Do you think that there is going to be peace? If you think so, put yes. If you think no, put no. But I'm going to share with you the latest so that way you can see it for yourself. And I see people are commenting, saying that they're poking the bear. I think they're referring to Russia right there. Somebody's saying that Ukraine did it, I think. Another person, Kathy, is saying that Ukraine did this. Let me know your thoughts. People are believing that this is a false flag. Others are saying that this was, in fact, Russia, that they don't want peace. I don't know. We will see. I'm seeing yeses and nos coming in the comments. Now, while you're dropping those yeses and nos, don't forget to also take a quick second to hit that like button for me. Help spread this out further so more people can get the latest updates. But let's take a look at the latest headlines so that way you can see it for yourself. Take a look. Air Force is going to be launching an ICBM in Southern California as a part of a nuclear readiness drill. The United States saying they are preparing for nuclear drills. Here is another one. American Air Force scheduled to conduct ICBM test launch next week. And you can see this coming out in the last 24 hours. And here's the one coming out today. Air Force is set to launch an ICBM in a flex of the U.S. military muscle. Let me ask you, do you think right now with everything going on, the U.S. needs to flex? Apparently, they are feeling the necessity to do so at this time. Now, this comes, as I mentioned, take a look at this. Chilling map shows where 75% will lose their life in World War III nuclear attack as Chernobyl has been bombed. A Cold War era map has resurfaced that predicts the regions of the United States where 75% of the people will lose their lives in a terrifying World War III nuclear attack simulation. I'm going to be sharing this with you so you can see the locations of where they're saying that the radioactive exposure would unfold, the winds where they would draw them, and why they're saying that 3 out of 4 people would not survive. Now, this comes as I mentioned to you, what kind of changed everything was what we saw unfold overnight, and that was a drone pierced the outer shell of Ukraine's Chernobyl nuclear plant. Radiation levels are stable, are normal at this time, we're hearing, but there's a lot of concern right now about what unfolded there. And I've been getting people messaging me today saying we need to find out who did this, who hit Chernobyl, because this is huge. This is a major concern. So, like I said, though, I'm going to share with you the latest video footage, the articles, so that way you can see it for yourself. We're here in the United States is going to be doing ICBM launches for nuclear readiness. One article said to flex its muscle to the other nations with everything that's going on right now. And I'm also going to be sharing with you that map that they said would reveal where the fallout areas would be if we were to enter into World War III and have some sort of radioactive exposure, nuclear attack here in the United States. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And I see people still saying whether or not they think it was Russia or Ukraine in the comments. This is huge news coming out overnight. We're going to be seeing where we go from here. A lot of people thinking that the Trump effect was going to be having an impact on all of the conflicts around the world, as we kind of saw in the Middle East. But Russia and Ukraine seems to be a different story. And a lot of people vocalizing you're dealing with an entirely different dictator, leader here with Vladimir Putin, and also what potentially could be capable with Zelensky, who is pushing, fighting to try to keep Russia away from their boundaries and borders. And we're hearing that they are trying to open up and start the negotiations for a ceasefire and peace talks. But this unfolding overnight adds a whole new element. And people are saying, as I mentioned, Estonia coming out and saying, all bets are off. Anything that Donald Trump or the U.S. has done at this point to try to come to some sort of an agreement to stop the war, they're saying it is obsolete. Somebody is trying to sabotage the negotiation talks. The question is, who is it that is trying to do this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Now, before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Like I said, if you haven't done so yet, and you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything, the breaking news, I cite all the sources. These are all going to be hyperlinked in the description, so that way you can click them, see them for yourself. Also, I'm going to be putting the video footage up, and I'm going to be reading right from them. You can see the sources, you can see the dates, try to hold myself to the highest level of accountability for my community, so that way you can rest assured and know this is the latest information that is coming out. And again, if you appreciate that, please just take a second
hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. In addition to that, if we do go the route of potential some sort of fallout or nuclear exposure, I'm going to be sharing with you these maps. If you're in these areas, there are various resources linked down below. I got Amazon links to things. One of the things a lot of people wanted to get their hands on was those iodide potassium tablets, which would protect you if there was radiation exposure. That would protect your thyroid from absorbing that radiation. And we've got some. It's like $15, so it's nice to have some tablets on hand just in case. And also, there's some that I think are like $20 if you've got kids or the elderly, that are appropriate for all ages. So those, along with other items, are going to be linked down in the description below. I try to provide as much resources as possible, and I still see people in the comments saying they believe that this is Zelensky, Ukraine, doing this as a false flag narrative. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I see Raymond saying Ram rocks. You are very welcome. Thank you for the kind words, Raymond. But let me go ahead and share with you guys the latest so that way you can see it for yourself. Now let's start off with some video footage, in case you missed it, of what unfolded overnight with the attack on Chernobyl. Then we're going to dive into how the United States is going to be doing these ICBM launches, and then we'll take a look at that map where the fallout would unfold in the United States, where they're saying 3 out of 4 individuals would not survive in a World War III scenario. So let's go ahead and dive right in and get right to it. Let's start off with some video footage so that way you can see it for you.